Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Inestroza. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a recap of the last 4 years of my college experience. So I just graduated last Friday and I just want to kind of talk about the different experiences I had over the last 4 years, share some knowledge, share some advice, and hopefully provide some motivation and inspiration for you all to also make the most out of your college experience. I'll be covering different topics such as my involvement, how I changed my major from accounting to business administration, I transferred schools, my internships, and then also how I got my full-time job. So this college recap will mostly be focused on my personal and professional development. I really won't be going into my social life. I just mainly want to talk about the different experiences I had that ultimately got me to where I am now with a job lined up in consulting that I'll be starting in October. So let's start. Prior to starting college, I already had an idea of what I wanted to major in. So in high school, I was pretty good at math and I always found business interesting. So at that point in time, I always thought accounting was going to be the right fit for me and this was what I was going to major in. So going out of high school, I started my college years at California State University Northridge. It's a Cal State school and it's also known as CSUN. So CSUN is actually known for being one of the best accounting programs in California. I started there and I declared my major as accounting. And during my first semester at CSUN, I was only involved in 2 organizations. I was involved in the accounting club and I was involved in the business owners club. My first semester was a little rough in terms of getting to know people, but I was able to make some friends in those clubs. In my spring semester freshman year was really where I began to make leaps in terms of my personal and professional development. So one of the clubs that I joined that I was involved with all throughout college was Alpha. Alpha stands for Association of Latino Professionals for America, and Alpha is actually a national organization, and I joined the CSUN chapter. At CSUN, I took a minor role in the organization as an intern, and by being an intern, I was just able to get my feet wet and getting to learn more about the organization and just getting to meet people. And joining this club was crucial for my professional development. Alpha was dedicated to helping students develop personally and professionally, helping students get jobs. Through Alpha, I was able to network, I was able to meet a lot of people who had the same passion and drive as I did, and I was able to meet amazing mentors who ultimately helped me land an internship. Thankfully, I was able to land an internship with a Big 4 firm, and for those of you who don't know, Big 4 stands for the largest 4 accounting firms in the world. Honestly, amazing, and it was just the best way to end my freshman year. I also just want to note that I was able to get that internship because at that point in time, a lot of these Big 4 firms or a lot of corporate companies were offering diversity internship programs open to freshman students. And these programs are open to any student who identifies as being Latino, African American, or Pacific Islander. So I, being Latino, was eligible to apply to these internship opportunities. Being at the firm, it was honestly such an incredible experience. Being 18 years old, I would have never imagined literally being in one of the largest offices in downtown LA, and it was just, I don't know, I can't even describe the words. It was just an incredible experience, and I'm so thankful to God and to everyone who helped me to get that opportunity. The internship gave me a lot of exposure into audit and tax and learning more about what accounting actually is and what these companies are doing. I also got a little bit of exposure into the advisory practice, which I honestly found really interesting. Throughout the internship, I got to explore 4 weeks in audit and 4 weeks in tax. And to be honest, it was really interesting, but by the end of my internship, when I was able to reflect on it, I kind of started to realize that it wasn't really for me. I didn't really find it as amazing as I thought it would be. But nonetheless, at the end of the summer, I got an offer to return for the following summer at the end of my sophomore year for another internship, and I accepted it. I accepted it because I was hoping that the following summer I would be able to break into the advisory practice, but I'll talk more about that when I get there. Now going into that sophomore year, during that fall semester, I really took the initiative to continue getting involved. Especially with Alpha, I decided to take a role as a director, and this ultimately helped me further develop personally and professionally. I think having any role in any organization really helps you develop your communication skills, public speaking, networking, and just a lot of those soft skills that will ultimately help you in your career. So in Alpha and in other organizations that I was a part of, I was able to really give back and share my experience that I had at the Big 4 internship internship, and I was really just taking the time to help students and help them also get an internship at a job that they really wanted. Aside from that, because I knew that audit and tax wasn't quite the best fit for me, I still kept my options open, and during that fall semester, I was still exploring other companies and just seeing what other opportunities there were within finance and accounting. Now, moving into the spring semester of my sophomore year, in regards to my involvement, this is where I took on a VP role with Alpha, which was again an incredible experience. This was also the semester where I applied to the USC Marshall School of Business, where I eventually transferred. But basically, during the semester, I also got an internship at a local accounting firm. I was just working part-time and then going to school full-time, so I was definitely keeping myself busy, but it was just a great learning experience being able to do some real audit work, like hands-on, at a smaller firm that just allowed me to really learn more about what the career is like. So later on, by the end of the semester, when we did get accepted into USC, I kind of solidified my decision that yes, this is where I want to go. I want to transfer to USC, I want to major to business administration. The internship helped me determine that accounting is not what I want to do, and I want to go explore consulting because that was something that really interested me and that I wanted to learn more about. So to anyone out there, if you are a freshman or sophomore or anything, I just recommend that you really just take the opportunity to get an internship. Like, whether it's something that you're not sure if you'll like, just take it, because maybe you will find something that you do like, or maybe you'll learn that this is something that you for sure don't want to do. So any internship experience is honestly a good experience. For that summer after sophomore year, I still had the internship offer with the Big Four firm, so I went back. I continued getting more exposure into audit and tax, but I really tried to do my best to network with people in advisory to really learn more about the practice and find out what specific group I wanted to get into, or who can help me, fix my resume and just help me make the right connections in order to get into the group. So by the end of my summer internship, I asked my recruiter if I could interview with the consulting group for a client service internship, but I was unfortunately denied the opportunity to interview. So that sucked, but I mean, it's okay, it happened for a reason. I was then extended in a return offer for a client service internship in IT audit, and because it was something that I didn't want to do, I ultimately ended up declining it. So declining a Big Four internship was like really huge, but it definitely made me feel more committed to the decision that I made of me pursuing consulting. And so now going into USC for my junior year and not having an internship, it really just pushed me and gave me that energy and that fire that I needed to really go work my butt off, find an internship, get good grades, and go do what I really wanted to do. For my first semester at USC as a junior, I was actually still living at home, so I was just commuting, and my commute was honestly between 30 minutes to an hour and a half. So it was definitely a big sacrifice, but I was just making all the efforts that I could to save money, but also, make the most out of my experience. During that first semester, I actually joined two organizations. Again, I joined Alpha, but I joined the Alpha USC chapter, which was just awesome because I was able to still be a part of the Alpha community, but just at another university. And I also joined a club called 180 Degrees Consulting. And 180 Degrees Consulting is actually an international organization, so you can literally find it anywhere, or you can start it anywhere around the world. This organization is dedicated to providing free consultancy services to nonprofits and social enterprises in their local community. Joining this organization was huge for my growth and learning about consulting, because we were consulting to an actual social enterprise. We were interacting with the executive board of the organization. We were creating PowerPoint decks, and it was just the full experience of what I needed in order to learn about consulting and fully immerse myself into this career that I wanted to pursue. During the semester, I was also working my butt off trying to get an internship. So I was recruiting, networking, attending all of the career events, taking advantage of all the resources, and unfortunately, I literally got no interview or any internship opportunities. So the fall semester was not great for me, but coming back during the spring semester, I was still motivated and determined to get an internship offer. For the spring semester of my junior year, I took on the role as president of Alpha USC, and that was an incredible opportunity. I really learned so much about myself, about working with others, becoming more of a professional, interacting with different kinds of people, and just being there to support, the members of the club and be a leader for the organization. So being president of Alpha and then still being involved with 180 Degrees really helped me with my resume and helped me, look good when I was recruiting. Thankfully, landed an internship for the summer with a boutique consulting firm. So by boutique consulting firm, I mean like a smaller, it's not one of the larger, but it's one of the smaller consulting firms. And I got an offer as a data and analytics consulting intern. Working at this firm for the summer was a great experience. I really learned about working in smaller teams. I was literally the only intern in my group and only 1 out of 2 interns in the office. So when I say small, it was really small, especially compared to like the big 4 firms. But I guess because it was small, it really allowed me to get to know my team very well. I was able to get exposure to a lot of different projects, and I really had the support from the entire team to work on my skills. So I really learned a lot in terms of gaining technical skills. I was able to work with Python, SQL, and other data platforms that just helped me strengthen my capabilities. By the end of the summer, I was extended a full-time job offer, which I was like, woo, like I did it, guys, I got a full-time job offer. I was so excited, like this was just like literally all I had worked my butt off and transferred and everything, like to get a job in consulting. But so right after my internship ended, I got the opportunity to go to the Alpha convention. So the Alpha Convention is this huge event where thousands of people, thousands of Alpha members get together, and it's this huge like career networking event. There's like a huge career fair at the end of the week. And so at this event, I went and I still recruited with other firms just to keep my opportunities open. And I actually got a second full-time job offer with another consulting firm, and this one was much larger. So by the time I was going into the fall semester, starting my senior year, I already had 2 job offers, which was incredible. And it was just a really great way to start off the year, especially because that semester I was taking 20 units. I was still president of Alpha. I still had a lot of responsibilities, still commuting, but nonetheless, I was still keeping my options open. I was mainly just keeping my options open because although I did enjoy my internship with the boutique consulting firm, I felt that my practice was just very niche to data and analytics, and I really just wanted to explore a broader consulting practice that would allow me to learn more about like different technologies and just help a larger set of clients in different fields. Although I kept my options open, I didn't land any other offers. So when October came around that I had to make the decision as to whether I was going to accept or decline the offers, I ended up ultimately taking the offer that I received at the Alpha convention with the larger consulting firm. So I accepted that offer, and it was just amazing and felt great because literally everything I had worked for the past 3 years came into fruition. And I came to USC with the goal, I worked my butt off, and things became a reality. And then going into my final semester at USC, it was just a lot more of a chill semester because I was no longer recruiting to find a job offer. This was like first time I was just chilling, not having to attend any recruiting events. I also withdrew my involvement from both organizations, so I wasn't involved in Alpha nor 180 Degrees. I was just really trying to enjoy my time at USC, spend time with friends, and just make the most out of the last semester that I had. And I was really, having a lot of fun, but then, the pandemic happened. So in March, it was like March 13th, we basically had to go on to online classes, and that happened all the way through the rest of the semester. And although it did suck because I didn't get to spend my last semester having fun at USC, it still was nice being able to be home, spend time with my family, focus on my studies with no distractions, not having to commute. So although it seemed like a misfortune, I want to say that it was just a blessing in disguise because now we get the opportunity to spend a lot of time with our loved ones and enjoy the day here at home. I feel like with having a very fast-paced life, we don't really get to slow down, and smell the flowers. So now we get the opportunity to do so. All right, so that's all I have for today. I tried to keep it brief just so I could cover multiple topics. But if anyone has any questions, please enter them in the comment section below. I am more than happy to answer any of the questions that you may have, whether it be about CSUN, USC, transferring, switching majors, being involved, finding your dream job. Please include them, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if you guys want to learn more about any of these specific topics that I mentioned, or want to learn a little bit more about my experience and how I got my consulting job, please let me know and I'll be more than happy to make a video on that. Thank you for watching my video. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any comments. Subscribe if you want to watch more videos provided by me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Thanks, guys.